collecting this data is really important, of having these long-term trends of what's happening with our seabirds.
Thousands upon thousands of seabirds.
Very difficult when they're all grouped together to tell where one bird starts and another bird ends.
The reserve itself is several kilometres long, and there's seabirds on most of that all the way along. Last full colony count we were in the region of 140,000 birds in total, which is, you know, all packed into this relatively small area. So yeah, it's a pretty impressive place.
Thousands upon thousands of seabirds.
Razorbills, guillemots, fulmars, kittiwakes, puffins, all sorts of things.
You name it. At its face, we are literally just counting every individual bird, you know? And it sounds as simple as that, but my goodness, it isn't, because trying to keep track of where you've been, who you've counted, who you've got to count, making sure you don't go into the next section accidentally and count too many birds. It's a challenge. It is a challenge. And even the sun just makes it even harder to tell whether or not a razorbill is a razorbill or if it's a guillemot, and it is tricky. But you know what? It is great fun. It's great fun.
Yeah, and the guillemots sit in huge numbers together, so it's very difficult when they're all grouped together to tell where one bird starts and another bird ends.
You get to see all the little tiny power plays for the position on the cliff. There's people pushing each other over, and all these cool little behaviours that if you just kind of glanced, you just wouldn't even notice. Yeah, all you see is just black dots and whatnot. But if you take a second to watch, yeah, it's so interesting. Sensational.
And it's exciting when you see eggs on the cliff face as well, and it'll be even more exciting when we start to see chicks and things later on in the season.
During the first 3 weeks of June, we count the same plots at least 5-6 times, can be more than that. And yeah, just count and see what birds are there. And it means that we get a kind of snapshot of how the colony is doing year to year, rather than having to do a full colony count every single year, which is quite a big undertaking. We've been able to get some researchers to help do the full colony count this year. So they've been here in the last couple of weeks, like covering the areas that we can't, which has been great because it's made a big difference in terms of us being able to actually see physically what the impact is on the ground. Collecting this data is really important, of having these long-term trends of what's happening with our seabirds and being able to see the effect of something like HPAI within that as part of the effect on the colony.